Hi everyone, I hope you are. This is CoinsKid. Just going to dive into Bitcoin once again. Thank you for support. Okay, big up the CoinsKid crew. So something that's very similar here. Look, these are the key lows that we can't afford to lose for Bitcoin. If you do start to come down and you start to close below these lows, especially this yellow line, then it's really, really bearish for Bitcoin. And we don't know where it's going to find support. And potentially, you start to fall through this 20 just there, and you start to close below. Okay, wicking below is not closing below. Do you understand that? It's wherever the candles close. And at the moment, you can see, if we use the bodies of the candles just there, that's a key level support within itself. That's where the 20 sits as well. So equally, if you start to close there, you can see you're losing this key support here. Do you see that? So effectively what you're doing here for Bitcoin is technically bullish. Okay, it's really hard to understand, but it is in actual fact technically bullish, providing right now that you can break this high. I'm going to show you the high that we're looking at. So this is a high just there. Do you see this? This is your high right now that you need to see Bitcoin break, because if it doesn't and you start to come up next month and you reject and you roll and you start to come back down to these lows, then you're creating this bear market structure, because this is an impulsive move, this is a corrective move to this high, okay, and this is bear market. It's the reversal of a bull market. At the minute, what you're doing here, if you zoom out on the monthly, you've got a high, you've got a low, you've got a higher high, and you've got a higher low, and you slowly but surely, since the bottom on the 24th of January, you've been slowly but surely coming up the stairs here for Bitcoin, holding a series of high lows, 1, 2, 3, 4 months on the trot here, holding a series high of lows. Now, to invalidate that bull market structure that we've got right now, obviously you have to lose this low, but most importantly right now, if Bitcoin starts to come down and starts closing below this low that you put in January, then you can see you're creating this bear market structure right now for Bitcoin, okay, and you're starting to come down like this, in which towards the end you capitulate, and you usually do find yourself on that 55 EMA once you do start closing and losing the lows that you're creating for yourself by creating that bear market structure. Do you understand? So it's on a knife edge basically, isn't it? And everyone's getting really, really bearish at support. You are currently, what's in favor of the bulls right here for the continuation of this bull trend, because look, high, low, higher, higher, low, coming up the stairs. You understand? And what you've done, you've took off basically on the monthly time frame. You've taken off, you've come back to the runway, you re-energized the rocket ships basically and refueled the tank. And right now, if you can hold this, you're going to look back in the future and you're going to see something like this for Bitcoin. Okay, again, no guarantees, but it's all about support and resistance. You start to lose support, you're going to have targets to the downside. Not got them yet because you're not losing support. Okay, so I know a lot of people are saying that you're 100% going to do this. Obviously, you can do that, but you can equally do this. Okay, so it's all about support and resistance. And right now, at the moment, you are actually holding a key level support for the continuation of the trend which you are in, because you've come up impulsively, correctively. And right now, you're looking to come back up the stairs to attack that high for another impulsive move. Just here, okay, let's take a look at this. When we put this top in last year, we had 3 candles where we rolled, okay, then we came up in 2 candles, another correction, then a breakout, the all-time high. Just there, we put this top in last year, November, 3 rolls, 2 up, 1 down, impulsive high. Okay, so a lot of people here are getting really bearish, but you are holding a key level support. Do you understand that? And it's all about support. This is all it is. It's support and resistance. I've taught you this much in the space. Okay, so don't get ultra bearish at support, you get bullish at support. That's what I'm trying to say to you. You get ultra bearish at resistance, you get ultra bullish at support. Okay, unless you start to fall through that support. Obviously there's no guarantees. So the precursor right here, we've got this ascending level support just there, we've got this wick support as well, okay, which is a series of high lows. You've got the candles where opening and closing here, which is currently another high level support. So you are conforming and you are creating this kind of coiling up bullish triangle basically. It's called an ascending triangle, where you've come up into it and you're coiling up inside of this. Now if you start to hold this month, okay, and you close above this, that's actually quite a nice bullish statement from Bitcoin, because potentially in May right here we could do something like we did here after this 3 impulse down, 2 up, 1 down, boom, broke out. 3 down, 2 up, 1 down, boom, breakout. Okay, so May could be quite fruitful. Now I'm looking at some altcoins and they are sitting on the absolute bottom right now. Okay, that if they fall through this support, then yeah, okay, you're going to come down. Okay, so it's right on a knife edge, isn't it, for crypto at the moment? So everyone's getting really bearish, but you are setting a key support. Okay, now if you can hold this support, which you are doing currently, okay, that's a nice statement. If you can close above this support once more for Bitcoin, there is a potential right now that all you've done is broke out here and you've come back to support in a higher low. okay, and you're looking to come up. And if you start to do this, you can see how this could be the actual bottom of this correction. This could be a 1, this could be a 2, and this breakout could be a 3, 4, and then 5, and that puts you up there, okay, and a big impulsive move for Bitcoin. So, you know, there's absolute zero guarantees. Anything, it's all about support and resistance. If you hold this 20, fantastic. Lose it, not so fantastic, because historically, whenever you close below that 20 monthly EMA, Bitcoin heads on down to that, and that's what I've always shown you, okay, and I'm not lying, it's in the charts. So anyway, that's basically a little update for you for Bitcoin. But what I think we might be looking at here is, I'm going to show you, if this holds right now, and this is the wick low down to 702 fib, like I've shown you, you can see what we're doing right now. We're retracing to this low just there, okay, and you can see that what we've done is we've bounced off to 702 fib just there. Do you see that? Okay, I was targeting the 786, but the 786 is literally lower than the last month's low. Okay, so it's come down to 702 at the moment and bounced off it, which is good. Okay, so if we can hold that this month and we close above here and we close here, there is a very big chance that Bitcoin could start to come up in May. So in May, I'm going to give you some targets. If we start to put in a big God candle like that, when everyone really bearish, okay, and you know, these are the kind of impulsive moves you can put in a month. If it is the case, I'm going to give you my target, fib target, that I'm looking at as a bare minimal for Bitcoin, okay, and this could be a monster trade in the month of May going forward. Again, absolutely zero guarantees. This is why you always set stop losses. So right now, Bitcoin off this low just there and this point just there, if we hold this support, we've got 2 days, 15 hours to get the close, okay. If we hold it, boom, you could be looking at a monster 42% upside, minimal for Bitcoin, up to 56740 on the 1618. But there is a chance that it can actually go to the 2 fib, okay, so we'll keep an eye on this and get overextended and go to a 2 fib. Now, you're saying, oh, bullshit, opium, you know, but I was telling you exactly the same here, okay. We put 2 impulsive moves here. Let me show you this one. So you came up, okay, in 2 green candles like you did here. You come back in 1 big red candle, and it's at this point, I said to you, you hold this low, this is your target. This is where you're going to go for Bitcoin. Minimal 1618, okay, that was a minimal target. It was a monster trade off this low, which in actual fact, I gave you that low because it was a 1618 reversal wave. You could see that was a monster long of around about 46%, okay, and we did at that point got overextended from a 1618, and we actually married the 2, at which point we started to come back down to this trend line. So is Bitcoin basically on the cusp of doing it again, okay? You know, is it just trading inside this big ascending triangle like this, okay, until it gets tight, price compression, and then it decides what it wants to do, whether it's going to roll or break out to the upside, who knows? So it's all about support and resistance, and right now you've got an ascending level of support that we can't ignore, okay? So there is a potential right now that May could break bullish, and we don't put in this ABC of an E wave that I'm anticipating, okay? We put it in here within this candle, you know, the E wave, the E leg is done, and you can see we've got this price compression within itself, okay, we're coiling up, and you've got your A, B, C, D, E wave done, your wave forward correction is over, and boom, you're up the stairs basically. So there's a lot to think about here for Bitcoin, isn't there? It's all about support and resistance. But right now, if, and I'm going to show you, let me get this knob on for you, if Bitcoin right now holds this low and we close above a 20, there's a massive chance here that Bitcoin could start to come up in the month of May and break the 1 fib. Now, if you start to break the 1 fib here, I do anticipate your minimal target is 56541, and we may get overextended and go to the 2 fib, where again you run into resistance and then you start to come back, oh no, it's a bear market, and then you bounce again and you do something like that, and it just very range bound for Bitcoin until it makes its mind up what it wants to do, okay? This is something that I'm looking at, all about support. Get the close in the next 2 days above this 20, and this could potentially be the scenario going forward when everyone's extremely bearish, like the word down there and like the word there, okay? Take care everyone, back to another update on Bitcoin. Stay healthy, stay strong, stay tuned. Bye bye.